Meghan urged the retaliation. Meghan fueled the resentment, animosity, perception of adversaries, and paranoia. The palace allegedly attempted to conceal truths about Meghan Markle for years, but a best-selling author allegedly revealed them. One of the most dreaded investigative journalists in Britain, Tom Bower, spent months delving into the Duchess of Sussex's personal life. What he discovered rocked the royal establishment. The image Meghan has presented to the public stands in sharp contrast to Bower's results. Did he go too far, though? Or did he just speak the truth that no one else dared to publish? Come along as we explore the startling discoveries made by Tom Bower and the reasons why his findings continue to astound followers worldwide. The man who defeats the strong. Tom Bower isn't just some old tabloid gossip writer trying to get attention. He is a British investigative journalist and writer who has spent decades revealing the personal lives of some of the world's most influential individuals. He started out as a reporter for BBC Panorama, one of the most prestigious investigative shows in British broadcasting, after being born on September 28, 1946. He has authored more than 25 unapproved biographies throughout the years, focusing on politicians like Gordon Brown and Tony Blair, millionaires like Robert Maxwell and Richard Branson, and even members of the royal family. Long before he was crowned, King Charles was harshly examined in his previous book, Rebel Prince. 4 years ago, I wrote a book that was extremely critical of Prince Charles. He detested it, but it was accurate. In 2003, he was awarded the William Hill Sportsbook of the Year award for his study of corruption in English football, Broken Dreams. One straightforward concept served as the foundation for Bower's whole career. Everyone is subject to criticism. Additionally, you deserve more scrutiny the more powerful you are. The response was instantaneous when Bower focused on Meghan Markle. Revenge, Meghan, Harry, and the War Between the Windsors, his 2022 novel, quickly rose to the top of the international bestseller list. Critics referred to the book as an explosive tell-all, claiming to provide an inside look at Meghan's transformation from a successful Hollywood actress to the woman who is said to have shattered the British royal family. Start thinking about Meghan in a different way than how I perceived her poor behavior, as well as Harry. Bower spoke with people who had supposedly never spoken in public before, gathered information from insider interviews, and carried out a thorough investigation. He conducted interviews with acquaintances, former co-workers, palace employees, ambassadors, and Meghan's relatives. The book was a long, 464-page examination of Meghan that revealed a completely different side of her than what the public had seen. The book was dangerous due to the author's credibility as well as the assertions it made. Bower had a reputation for being accurate, or at least near enough to cause discomfort. His reputation as one of Britain's leading investigative biographers meant that people paid attention to what he published, even though his subjects had previously attempted to stop him with threats and litigation. Meghan's agents rejected many of the allegations as false and deceptive, and the palace reportedly moved into damage control gear. However, the book was already published, the public was already reading it, and the disclosures were already generating headlines in all of the world's major newspapers and entertainment venues. The royal family was completely unrelated to the first and possibly most devastating batch of accusations. They were related to Meghan's life before meeting Prince Harry, and ambition, planning, and a readiness to do whatever it needed to succeed were the cornerstones of that existence, according to Bower. Before the crown, the Hollywood hustle. The story Meghan Markle later told everyone about her rise to stardom was not a fairy tale. According to Tom Bower's research, she grew up close to Hollywood and was partially reared by her father, Thomas Markle, an Emmy-winning lighting director for television series including General Hospital. He made every effort to provide her with a decent life, including a lovely Woodland Hills mansion and contacts in the entertainment business. Meghan's older brother, Tom Jr., claimed that their father fell deeply in love with Meghan as soon as she was born. Tom Jr. recalls the expression of his father's face when he held her, and he even adorned the family bathroom with angels and fairies. Meghan had a loving and supportive childhood, according to Bower's sources, but her ambition began early and developed swiftly. Meghan's career was a difficult one, according to Bower. Before receiving her big break as Rachel Zane on the legal drama Suits in 2011, She made brief TV appearances and played modest roles on game programs, such as Briefcase Model on Deal or No Deal. Although this position gave her steady employment and a respectable salary, it did not provide her the recognition she desired. Bauer stated that Meghan was looking for ways to increase her level of fame, since she felt constrained by it. She established a lifestyle blog called The TIG, cultivated relationships with prominent figures in the fashion and media industries, and made an effort to meet them at the appropriate times. Bauer noted that she frequently embellished her past in order to present a more positive picture of her life, in which she was consistently the ideal hero. According to Bauer's sources, Meghan knew exactly who Prince Harry was when they met on a blind date in London in the summer of 2016 and considered the experience a career-defining opportunity rather than just a romantic one. Meghan spoke with Vanity Fair in 2017 about her relationship with Harry before their public courting. Bauer claims that even though she then attempted to get the magazine to remove the remark, the harm had already been done because the palace had specifically instructed her not to name him. According to reports, this infuriated the royals and prepared the stage for future conflict. Bauer also investigated Meghan's first marriage to Trevor Engelson, a film producer, which ended in less than 2 years in 2013. According to the book, the breakup was abrupt and unexpected, and Engelson was apparently taken aback when Meghan mailed him her wedding ring back. Bauer was informed by Engelson's friends that Meghan had already moved on emotionally before the divorce was formalized and that the breakup felt forced and frigid. It's debatable whether this viewpoint is really accurate, but Bauer used it to bolster a more general argument that Meghan tends to navigate relationships and bonds cautiously, constantly looking for the next chance. However, nothing in Meghan's past could have prepared her for what would happen when she joined the world's most famous family. And Bauer claims that the problem began nearly immediately. Nobody anticipated the palace wars. Meghan Markle's entry into the British royal family was more of a slow-motion accident than a fairy tale, if Tom Bauer's story is to be believed. His sources claim that Meghan expected to be treated like a star when she arrived at Kensington Palace, and the centuries-old establishment was not designed to meet that expectation. According to Bauer, Meghan had disagreements with palace employees about everything from schedule to media strategy since she first started working as a royal. According to reports, she wanted her image to be handled the same way Hollywood stars handle theirs, which involves aggressive marketing and quick reactions to bad publicity. However, the palace was governed by an entirely other set of regulations that had been in effect for many generations. According to reports, Meghan was unable to comprehend why the employees would not just comply with her requests. In Bauer's book, Meghan was accused of bullying her employees. He said that during royal visits, she frequently treated her 4 female employees and even British ambassadors rudely. She allegedly once tossed a cup of tea while traveling out of rage. Bauer said that Prince Harry's spending his evenings searching social media for disparaging remarks about them was a contributing factor in her annoyance, and she encouraged the staff to take action. The couple would check their phones for negative news every morning and then put pressure on their crew to react. A number of employees sought treatment and finally quit their employment as a result of the difficult work environment caused by Meghan's rage and Harry's media obsession. Meghan was upset, according to Bauer's version, and she simply ignored Meghan's version. And I believe that was incorrect. However, I felt that was a horrible indictment of Meghan because palace officials failed to preserve her reputation as she desired. According to reports, she found it difficult to comprehend that the purpose of the royal staff was to help the entire royal family rather than to advance her personally. This miscommunication, according to Bauer, was the primary cause of many of the subsequent disputes. Meghan felt vulnerable, alone, and constrained by royal customs. Even though she already had 4 royal employees supporting her, she also brought her close friends Jessica and Ben Maroney on the Australia trip for ongoing support, despite the palace's perception of her behavior as spoiled and disruptive. Meghan was given the task of acclimating to royal life with the assistance of Samantha Cohen, a former assistant who spent many years working for Queen Elizabeth. Because no one wanted to replace her, she ended up remaining for 18 months rather than the intended 6. Cohen subsequently stated that she was one of 10 employees questioned as part of an inquiry into allegations of bullying. Working with Meghan and Harry was like dealing with teenagers, she lamented. When they eventually found someone to take her position, that person quit while the Sussexes were touring Africa. People at the palace began referring to Meghan as difficult because of the heavy staff turnover in her immediate vicinity. The palace was rapidly becoming more tense. However, no one could have imagined how they would suddenly flood out into the open. And it would take place on television's largest stage. Everything changed after that Oprah interview. The royal family and the entire world were shocked by Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's 2-hour interview with Oprah Winfrey on March 7, 2021. Meghan made a number of stunning assertions during the conversation. She claimed that members of the royal family had voiced worries about the potential darkness of her unborn son Archie's skin. She claimed that while she was a working royal, she had suicidal thoughts and that when she begged for assistance, the institution had turned her down. She refuted tabloid claims that she had caused Kate Middleton to cry prior to the 2018 wedding due to a dispute over flower girl outfits, asserting that the opposite had occurred and that Kate had subsequently sent flowers and apologized. She added that the palace did not want to share the truth in order to protect her and Harry, but they were willing to lie in order to protect other family members. Some of Meghan's assertions were refuted in Tom Bower's book. Meghan's interview with Oprah Winfrey after leaving Britain was quite toxic. He claimed to have spoken with individuals in the palace who had differing perspectives. Bower stated that prior to Meghan and Harry's wedding, Queen Elizabeth and Prince Charles called them and urged Meghan to mend her relationship with her father, Thomas Markle. However, the pair didn't agree with this notion. He added that Meghan was perceived as serious and difficult to get along with by Harry's old Eton College mates when they first met her during a weekend get-together, presumably because she didn't enjoy their crude jokes about delicate topics. Those buddies later messaged each other, according to Bower. Some were shocked by Harry's decision to date her, and others even called him insane. Bower's description of the Queen's purported response upon discovering that Meghan would not be attending Prince Philip's funeral in April 2021 was arguably the most contentious of his assertions. Because of her heavy pregnancy with their daughter Lily, Meghan chose to remain in California. However, Bower stated that the Queen reportedly sighed with satisfaction upon learning that Meghan would not be traveling. Sources close to the Queen refuted this assertion, stating that the Queen was probably not thinking about anyone else at the time and was solely focused on grieving her husband. But the palace was not the most affected. Harry and Meghan had committed their entire future to the entertainment sector. The Hollywood dream began to crumble. Early in 2020, Harry and Meghan quit their royal positions and relocated to Montecito, California. They swiftly struck significant agreements with 2 significant entertainment firms. Their deals with Netflix and Spotify were valued at approximately $100 million and $20 million, respectively. They intended to launch a media company that would allow them to become financially independent of the royal family by utilizing their notoriety and royal ancestry. Their plan appeared to be working for a time. When their documentary Harry and Meghan debuted on Netflix in late 2022, it quickly rose to the top of the platform's list of documentaries. Additionally, Meghan started her Spotify podcast, Archetypes, which featured guests like Serena Williams, Paris Hilton, and Mariah Carey and addressed misconceptions about women. The podcast got a People's Choice Award and peaked at the top of multiple national rankings. The Sussex brand was weak and depended more on theatrics than on genuine talent, as Tom Bower and other experts had warned early on. According to Bower, Meghan struggled to collaborate well with her teams and frequently had goals that were too big for her to accomplish. These cautions seemed to come to pass in 2023 when Spotify terminated its agreement with Archwell Audio following just 1 season of Archetypes. The streaming service reportedly anticipated a lot more content from the couple, but they had only created 1 series almost 3 years after they signed the contract. According to reports, the couple failed to fulfill the terms of the deal, which required Harry and Meghan to host and produce their own podcast series. According to reports, Harry struggled to even come up with a concept for his show. There were clear and dire repercussions. Bill Simmons, a Spotify executive, referred to Harry and Meghan as scammers on his podcast. He expressed his embarrassment at sharing the podium with them and wondered what Harry could offer. At the Cannes Advertising Festival, United Talent Agency CEO Jeremy Zimmer told reporters that Meghan was neither talented nor a great audio talent, and that fame does not equate to skill. According to reports, Taylor Swift declined Meghan's request to appear on the show. In the meantime, a number of senior Archewell employees quit their jobs within a few months of one another, including Mandana Dani, the business president, Toya Holes, the head of communications, and Rebecca Sananis, the head of audio. There was significant pressure on the Netflix transaction as well. According to reports, the pair pitched a number of concepts that were either canceled or rejected, including at least one animated children's series named Pearl. There were 2 more television concepts that were not approved. Live to Lead, their second Netflix production, did not make it into the top 10. Journalists were informed by sources that Netflix management were dissatisfied with Archewell's output and believed that the first documentary was all they had to offer for such a costly collaboration. According to Bauer, the pair had given up the stability and order of royal life in favor of the turmoil of Hollywood, and they were discovering the hard way that a business based on skill and productivity doesn't give a damn about titles or complaints. The public was only now starting to see how the personal relationships that had molded Meghan's journey were collapsing as the entertainment deals were in jeopardy. The fracture in the family that keeps getting worse. Tom Bauer's description of Meghan's connection with her father, Thomas Markle, is one of the book's most agonizing themes. Bauer spent a lot of time interviewing Thomas, who portrayed himself as a loyal and caring father who had been excluded from his daughter's life after she became a member of the royal family. Thomas claims that he spent his money freely to provide Meghan with the best chances and was actively involved in her upbringing during her early and adolescent years. Although Meghan's public persona emphasized her strong relationship with her mother, Doria Ragland, Bauer's research revealed that Meghan's father was actually the primary caregiver for significant portions of her early years. Furthermore, the public was misled about Doria's presence. Before the May 2018 royal wedding, Meghan and her father, Thomas Markle, had a falling out. The royal family was humiliated, and Meghan was upset when Thomas was discovered shooting phony paparazzi pictures. He was unable to attend the wedding after experiencing 2 heart attacks and needing emergency surgery. This led to a highly visible breakdown in their relationship, which was covered by TV and tabloids. In multiple interviews, Thomas attacked Meghan and Harry, claiming they were causing harm to the royal family. He received a letter from Meghan that was later included in a lawsuit against a British publication. She told her father that he had crushed her heart in that letter. According to Bauer's story, both Meghan and Thomas were at fault, but he seemed to feel more sympathy for Thomas, characterizing him as a father who was pushed away by his daughter, parent, but still loves her very much and said, "You know, in the end, whatever she is, she's still my daughter." When she was done using him, Thomas underwent emergency surgery in December 2025 to remove a blood clot from his left leg, which resulted in an amputation below the knee. Meghan's representative affirmed that she'll get in touch with her father. Bauer investigated Harry's problems with the royal family. He said that while Harry and Meghan were attempting to escape royal life, Prince Charles, now King Charles, had stopped returning Harry's calls, and that Harry's relationship with his brother William had grown so tense that they hardly communicated. Harry confided in Oprah that although he loved his brother, there remained a distance between them. Things became worse after Harry's book, Spare, and the Oprah interview. That my family has been providing reliable press briefings for more than 10 years. According to Bauer, it was a tragic tale of a young prince who was affected by a woman who was skilled at portraying the victim and never really recovered from the murder of his mother. Meghan's supporters vehemently objected, claiming Bauer's opinion was unjust and prejudiced. Regardless of your point of view, the fracture's effects are real and go well beyond the news to create a legacy that is still being written. Tom Bauer's legacy. Revenge by Tom Bauer was not merely a bestseller. In ways that are still significant today, it altered how people discuss Meghan Markle. Before the book, people's perceptions of Meghan were largely split between those who liked her and those who didn't. Discussions grew more precise and in-depth after the publication of the book. People began discussing particular allegations, challenging timings, and contrasting Meghan's public remarks with those of her co-workers. Bauer gave supporters a clear response while simultaneously giving skeptics a strong foundation through specified sources and documented events. Either way, the discussion took a dramatic turn. More allegations of bullying were made in 2024 and 2025, and Bauer's book was cited as the cause each time. In a significant Vanity Fair piece commemorating the couple's 5-year departure from the UK, former employees stated that their interactions with Meghan required therapy. According to Bauer, Meghan's reputation was harmed by these allegations, which undermined her portrayal as a welcoming housewife in California. He said that the employees who voiced their opinions most likely signed stringent agreements not to divulge information, and their decision to do so demonstrated that their rage outweighed their concern about potential legal repercussions. The bullying accusations have been refuted by Meghan and her team, who have referred to it as a smear campaign. Supporters contend that Bauer's book, which cites people with unfavorable opinions of the Duchess, is a one-sided hit job by a guy who wished to destroy her. They emphasize the book's favorable portrayals of Meghan, showing her as kind and remarkable, implying that things are more complicated than they first seem. Additionally, they note that Bauer was unable to question Meghan's close friends because the Sussexes reportedly prohibited their involvement. Tom Bauer shared important revelations. Meghan may be viewed as someone taking advantage of her position and her husband's weaknesses, or as a victim of a broken system. The difference between Meghan's story and other narratives was emphasized by Bauer's work. His book brought up important issues regarding celebrity, narrative, and the repercussions of opposing influential groups. In the end, the reality is probably somewhere in the center, hidden by sensationalism, legal threats, public relations, and personal family issues. Bauer's influence, whether favorable or unfavorable, came from bringing these private matters to the public's attention and encouraging independent viewpoints. Did Tom Bauer reveal the true Meghan Markle, or did he just present the most popular version of the tale? Let us know what you think in the comments area. For more, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Click the following video that appears on your screen as well. It will be enjoyable for you.